Hey girl, hey, welcome back to Taste of Taylor. It's Thursday, which means we're in studio. And joining me today, he's not new to the show, but he is new to this kind of ass-kissing treatment I'm going to be giving him. Chris Burns, hey boy, hey.
Hey bitch.
Chris, I was saying, is this your first time in studio?
I was at your old apartment.
Like 15 William and Beaver?
Yeah, because I remember giggling that you lived on Beaver Street.
The lesbians live on Beaver Street. You know, when I actually looked at that apartment, it was just listed as 15 William. I did not realize that the cross street was Beaver. Okay?
Oh, William. Yeah. I think also my cousin lives in that building now.
They call it, I did not know when I looked, but they call it the Beaver House.
Of course they do. But I think that was before I was even doing Taylor Strecker show.
Oh, so you were like a guest.
Yeah, I think that was our first
When we fell in love, Chris?
Or no, you were on my gay podcast back in the day.
I'm dying.
First, and then...
That's how it all began.
It all began, what was that, 45 years ago?
Literally 45 years ago. Well, welcome back to the Throne King.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're here for a plethora of reasons. Okay, so Chris, in case you don't know, first off, Chris Burns, a.k.a. Fat Carrie Bradshaw. Do you feel like people know you as Fat Carrie Bradshaw more than Chris Burns?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's like synonymous? It's interchangeable?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you have to click on the profile to see my real name.
Well, it's like Lady Gaga, Stephanie Germanato, same.
But nobody calls... Do you think more people know Lady Gaga by her real name of Stephanie Germanato?
Honestly, I can't believe I just pulled that out of my butt.
Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanato. Born March 28th, 1986.
So Fat Carrie Bradshaw.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
So you obviously are an internet personality. You're also a comedian. You're a writer. You're an actor. You're a podcaster. Host of We Have the Receipts for Netflix.
Yes.
You're a regular on Taste of Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Now you are a fucking, I guess, viral sensation thanks to the Wirkin bag.
Well, can I bring her out?
Bring out Tammy. I made
Taylor,
you bring
let me
it for
say,
a reason.
Taylor made me bring this, a family heirloom that I have been keeping locked away in a back hidden corner of my apartment where nobody could ever find it. But I mean, it was $103. Look at that. Look at the color.
She is gorgeous.
Is she not?
Can I touch her? May I? Do I have
Do
consent?
we have any gloves in the studio?
I wish I brought white gloves. Woo!
Yeah, you can peek inside.
She's supple. She's soft.
She's nice, right?
Yeah. She feels like a walrus fold. And I mean that as a compliment.
What is that?
So I just recently restarted
A
watching...
walrus bag?
A walrus fold. I just started rewatching Younger on Netflix.
Okay.
And Hilary Duff is having sex with one of her authors. And he writes a journal entry that his wife finds about her soft vagina, and it feels like a walrus fold. And she gets upset, but he says it's the highest compliment in his country.
Okay.
So I just wanted to.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow. Proper pockets.
Yeah, there's room in there.
Oh, look at a bag of cocaine.
No. That's a lie.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
Imagine.
That's actually... There's a bag of cocaine in my Firkin.
Your Firkin also has...
Okay.
Yours is more of a Firkin.
I'm going to tell you right now. So take Tammy back. What should we name her?
She looks like... Maybe like a Serafina, because she looks like somebody who would change their name to be more interesting. You know what I mean?
Yes. Born a Beth.
She's fake.
Born a Beth named Serafina Bicel.
Born a Beth, but now goes by like Eli.
Okay, so here's the thing. I like the Wirkin better than the Firkin. I actually commented on your viral video. By the way, almost 8 million views now, Chris. That is insane.
I mean, it was a lot more than I thought. The thing, and there's videos you spend so long being like, this is going to be so fucking funny and it's going to break the internet, and then it gets nothing. And then I open a fucking package from Walmart and it explodes.
What constitutes going viral?
I think like it got like over 2 million overnight. So that I felt like was,
even if something hits 1 million, that to me is quote unquote viral, right?
yeah. But I mean, there's videos that have like 80 million views and stuff. That's crazy.
Well, that's insane.
And like the dumbest shit.
8 million is crazy to me.
I mean, I'll take it.
Honestly, it was a beautiful video. It was hilarious. It was perfect.
Thank you so much.
How long did it take you to make?
Like 10 minutes.
10 minutes. What did the kids say? Do less.
Well, the video was like 10 minutes, and then I edited out all the part of me trying to tear off the plastic and stuff. So.
And you got a lot of celebrity engagement on the post.
A lot of housewife engagement.
A lot of housewife. You said that you, with that bag, you couldn't tell if you or Kyle Richards, like who was who.
And she commented.
She did.
Laughing emojis. Okay. So welcome to the fam, Kyle. We're more alike than you think.
Speaking of, I loved your sweatshirt.
Thank you so
of the
much.
Housewife franchises and the fam.
Yeah.
That's a Heather
This
Gay.
is a Heather Gay original. You remember Bad Mormon, her first book, where she wrote
forget.
about Whitney.
Yes, and her vagina.
And her vagina. And well, we'll get into Housewives, but I still stand Heather, and Salt Lake City in general. We should go on a vacation to Salt Lake City.
Me and you?
Like a work trip.
Oh my God, we'll bring our fake Firkins. And
they'll be able to tell, I think. Salt Lake City seems sort of like everybody is maybe on a reality show there.
I think so too. Oh my God, right? We've got Selling Salt Lake. That's new.
Selling Salt Lake, obviously Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. All of the shows about being Mormon.
Oh, Secret Lives of Mormon
Yeah,
Wives.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, like all the TLC stuff. I don't think that's actually in Salt Lake City, but
right. But it's giving.
It's giving
Salt Lake
There's
City.
just a ton of shit in Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
And you know what else?
What?
How do they all afford such houses?
So I think that the real estate, just from watching Selling Sunset, is actually a little bit more attainable than like in LA or like an Orange County. Orange County needs to get a reality check.
Yeah.
Like they sell shanties for $2.5 million.
Yeah.
They have bathrooms in your kitchen.
Heather
and it's $2.5 million.
Dubrow could buy everyone else. Heather Dubrow could buy everything that all of her other castmates own, including their homes.
Heather Dubrow could buy maybe all of Salt Lake City.
Do you think that Heather Dubrow wishes she was on Beverly Hills?
1 gajillion %.
Yeah.
I've never been more sure of anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to your gorgeous bag.
Yeah.
I have to say, so this one was a gift. I have to keep their identity secret because they could get arrested.
Yeah.
This is a legit fake Birkin. So on your post, I wrote, "Welcome to my Firkin world." And people were like, "It's a Wirkin." And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Mine's a Firkin, yours is a Wirkin. But whatever, same. I like yours better.
Well, but how old is yours? Yours just looks a little bit
Mine
used.
was from an ex's mother. Loved her.
Okay.
And she swore me to secrecy.
She gave you a fake bag for your fake relationship with her son.
She swore me to secrecy because she had a bunch. She didn't want anybody to know that she was a fake ass bitch.
She's like, I know that you're good at keeping secrets.
You lesbian. So she got this for me. It was honestly the nicest thing she ever did for me. It's pretty good. It's, you know what the problem is? It's fucking heavy. So I never wear it because it's like, it's so heavy. But it does, I mean, it has like all the fake shit on it.
I like it. I like that it's bigger.
She's a crime waiting to happen.
Are the studs on the bottom gold or?
They are. I think you still have plastic wrap on yours.
I do, which was not intentional, but I'm leaving it on now. Look at that is fucking quality from Walmart. They took the time to cover the little studs.
I'm honestly like Walmart. I think I want to shop with you now. Like I'm really, really impressed. It's really well done. I will say this too. This back stitching, that's also a telltale. Show me the back of yours. Yep. And yours is softer, and I'm telling you, it's lighter, and I mean it as a good thing because it actually, like this bag is heavy AF without anything in it. So it's just.
I like that though. I like a little weight on a bag.
You like a little weight in a bag? Well, I'm not gonna lie. I think
this does look like a drug addict's bag in here. It's just sunglasses, loose cash, and a lighter.
Yeah. So not to brag, but I also have this one.
I like that one. I like the color.
So fun story about this one. So this one was also a gift from another wealthy friend.
They're not that wealthy, honey, because they're not real.
She lived in China. She was like there overseas for work, and they have the best fakes, as everybody knows.
Yeah.
So she smuggled this back into the country, and she gave it to my mother as a gift, and then my mom threw it in the back of her closet.
Well, again, it's fake.
It's all fucking crinkled. Anyway, so then my mom gave me this crinkly ass, wrinkled needs Botox Firkin for Christmas.
How do you get wrinkles out of
I do not know.
Yeah.
But I'd love to figure out. But Tay wore this when we were in LA a few years ago. And Jax Taylor was fooled. He died for it.
Oh, really? Jax can't tell a real or made. Jax, you signed his divorce papers incorrectly or whatever.
In crayon. So he came to Tay. He was like, gorgeous bag. Stunning bag. So.
Okay, Fruit Loop.
Anyway. But, yeah.
I like the brown.
You like it?
Yeah.
You literally have both of them.
I might take them. The thing about a real Hermes,
yes.
is I would never.
Same. Even if I'd like to play this game. Even if I could,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Even if I was Lauren Sanchez.
In a lace bustier at the inauguration.
And then that furry number.
What was she thinking?
An off the factory shelf from her husband's place of employment.
I die. So the Birkin bag, 8 million views, but you also have a lot of other viral videos. Your
Thank you.
Instacart straight mail shopper is doing incredibly well.
It is doing very well.
I love it because as somebody who uses Instacart, I would say that 75, and I think that that's actually not even close. I think 80% of Instacart shoppers are straight men.
At least.
And it is horrifying every single time.
Especially, I think, here.
Especially
I think
in
if
the tri-state
I'm
area.
like upstate or in a different place that isn't like a city, because there's a lot of bicycles and stuff here.
Oh, right.
You
Right.
know?
And that's like the manly elements.
Like, I think that, honestly, I don't know, because sometimes upstate, I'm like, oh, amazing. It's like a mom.
Loves it. With like a station wagon. She knows she's going to get you shit that you didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
I don't trust. I don't really do it anymore, honestly.
It gives me
it's
too much
not worth
anxiety.
it. And I'm like, nothing's gonna come correct.
Nothing. One time I ordered 4 stalks of celery. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Scratch that. It wasn't celery. I ordered 4 ears of corn.
Oh.
I ordered 4 ears of corn because they come individually. I thought, and he brought me 4 packs of 6 ears of corn. I had 20. He brought me 20 for corns.
Did you eat it?
I had to.
Yeah. Corn's delicious.
I made a corn salad. But I was
that's nice.
I was like, this is the straightest man thing in the world to do. You
Yeah,
know?
they don't even try.
They don't even fucking
I've
try.
had them where they literally text the picture to be like, they don't have goat cheese. Is this okay? And in the picture that they send, I can see the product that I want
right behind it.
right next to it.
And it's like a block of like.
And I'm like, the one next to it is the thing. Like, there's no,
I know. What was the first like character or impression that you ever did?
Oh, well, I used to always pretend to put on shows and stuff. I wanted to be like a pop star. I had 2 brothers. I wanted to be Hanson. They, unfortunately, did not feel the same way.
Unfortunately.
Could have been the Jonas Brothers if only that they had.
If only you had your druthers
I
about
used to put on, like, I would pretend to be a priest and I would wear like blankets as the robes.
Why a priest?
Probably because I wanted to pretend I was wearing a dress and that was as close as I could get.
Baby's first drag.
I used to put like a t-shirt on my head and pretend it was hair, like in the privacy of the bathroom, because I shared a room growing up, and I would literally just like look at myself in the mirror with a t-shirt on my head, like. But I started doing characters on Instagram, coincidentally, because of Hannah Berner, because I was doing a stage show at UCB where my friend had written that was Keeping Up with the Kardashians, episode 666, The Heir to Kardashian Manor.
LOL.
And it was like, I was Kim.
Obviously.
And everyone else was just women. And I gave birth to a Bratz doll on stage because this was around the time she was like super pregnant. But Hannah had come with Betches to see that.
Okay.
Because Elise, who had written the show, worked at Betches. And then after the show, Hannah was like, I want to do videos where you do like types of girls at brunch. And that was the first.
That was the first, Chris.
One.
I totally forgot. Oh, I love types of girls at brunch.
So, yeah, that was the first one at Hannah's parents' apartment.
Oh my God, look at that.
You know what character I love doing and am sad that I won't be able to probably do it anymore is Joe from Vanderpump Rules.
You are fabulous as Joe from Vanderpump Rules.
That was such a fun character. And she was so fun about
it.
Yeah, she loved it.
Speaking of Vanderpump Rules, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we have a special guest joining us to talk about their time on Traitors. Hey, girl, hey. Welcome back to Taste of Taylor. So we're interrupting this interview with the stunning Chris Burns, a.k.a. Fat Carrie Bradshaw, to take a moment to talk to Tom Sandoval. He is on the Traitors currently, and we just said, if we can get him in here, we got to get him in here. Tom Sandoval, hey, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
So, Tom, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah.
You're on Traitors right now.
Yeah.
Congratulations on, I don't know, getting back on television at all.
Yeah. Thank you. God works in mysterious ways.
So I just want to say, I was so happy to see that you brought the same level of intensity to Traitors that you always had on Vanderpump Rules.
I bring the same level of intensity to everything I do. You come to one of my shows, you're getting an intense show, bro. Like, I go all out. That's something that I always do, and I'm proud to say I always will do. Relationships, friendships. You've seen it, you know? That's what I do.
We have seen it. Yeah, I mean, you're taking the game really seriously.
Yeah.
Some would say too seriously. What do you say to those people?
You try it. You try it. That's what I say, because everybody's a liar. Everybody's a liar, and I can tell.
Well, I know. I mean, I have to really applaud you for how quickly you ripped off your mask at the round table, the first one.
Yeah.
Because you said, I'm going to find this traitor right here, right now.
Yeah, I'm quick.
Yes, but also you did accuse Chrishell.
God, it's just like Chrishell comes at me because she's friends with Ariana, okay? Also, not believable. Have you ever seen Chrishell and Ariana together?
To be fair, I have
She's
not.
never been in my house, okay? Just because they DM each other and everybody sides with Ariana, okay? What more does she need? She was on fucking Broadway. She got the house, the dogs, okay? She has a boyfriend, mind you. She has a boyfriend 6 weeks after the love of her life dumps her. But I'm the traitor. Oh. We'll edit that.
You would be a very good traitor, Tom.
You're trying to get me in trouble.
Yes, I am. Okay, here's something crazy. I actually heard, you have to set the record straight. I heard that you guys only get paid $100 a day to be on Traitors.
I'm in a couple of jams. Okay, $100 here. We were there for 3 weeks. What's 21 times 100? $2,100. Okay, I mean that could have gotten the permits we needed to keep Shorts and Sandy's open.
I'm so sorry about Shorts and Sandy's, by the way. Oh, really?
Well, everybody just defaced the walls with my name, and
yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm also really sorry about Vanderpump Rules.
Me too. You're friends with Stassi, right? Yeah. I can tell with these questions.
Okay. You and Chrishell have a lot of beef. I can't with the eyes. I have a question. Their internet has suspicions that the producers / editors / both don't like you.
I've never met anybody that doesn't like me. Everybody thinks I'm this horrible guy, and then they meet me and we hit it off. So that's all propaganda put out by Lala's team.
Okay. So there was a scene where the editors cut to your sweaty armpits.
I had just worked out.
I was just going to ask if it was hot.
As we all know, Scotland in the fall is very hot. You can tell by all of the cardigans and jackets everybody else is wearing.
Absolutely.
It was 150 degrees in there. Dolores runs cold. And everybody just does whatever Dolores wants.
Who Who's your favorite person in the house? You feel a little bit like a lone wolf.
Carolyn. Carolyn is so. I know she's not a traitor. She is a faithful through and through.
Through and through.
And our energy is similar.
Your energy is very. She used to be a drug addict.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
our energy cannot be more different, but we get along so well. Also, I really like Ivor.
Because
I want to manipulate him to get into the royal family.
Yep.
Can't blame me for that, okay?
Can't.
I'm basically Lala, just not a woman.
Wait, who was your least favorite castmate? Regardless
Katie. Traitors? Chriselle.
Right, Chriselle. Fine. Outside of Chriselle.
Robin.
Honestly, high five. Same. She sucks. What the fuck is she doing there?
Yeah, Robin, and listen, I hate a lot of people on the show.
Yeah, I know.
Robin and Boston Rob is such a sweetheart.
Oh.
What a good guy.
I was going to say, do you feel like Boston Rob is like as scary as he seems on the show?
No, he's like a father figure to me.
Teddy bear.
Sweet, and again, a faithful through and through. You can just really trust him.
What did you think about Bob the drag queen saying that Zac Efron was a bad actor?
As you know, I'm an actor as well.
I do know that.
I was recently in a Lifetime original movie.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Was that attitude?
No.
Okay. I was in a Lifetime movie. I auditioned for a photo shoot once on the hills. And I can tell a good actor and a bad actor. And Zac Efron, one of the best actors of our time.
I honestly have to agree. Well, Tom, I really appreciate you taking the time out of your very busy schedule.
It's busy.
I know. To join us. What with your businesses closing, your shows getting canceled. You're very busy. Booked and busy.
Thank God for Traitors.
Thank God for Traitors.
What do I do next?
Thank you for joining us. And good luck on Traitors.
Thank you. Yeah, you're a real one.
Thanks, Tom.
Tell Stassi I said, well, legally I can't say anything to her. So she'll know what it means.
You guys, we'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere. It's Taste of Taylor. Hey, girl, hey. Welcome back to Taste of Taylor. Chris Burns is joining us once again.
Yeah, sorry. I had to take a call. I was out in the hall.
Thank you for letting us do that. And it's kind of rude to, in the middle of your interview, have another guest on. But
it's fine. It's fine. He needs it, from what I've heard. Not a fan. Don't watch.
Okay. I have been at least bombarded with DMs about you and me doing, it was like 911 emergency. You and Chris Burns need to get on the horn immediately and do a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City finale recap. This was one of the most epic episodes, definitely finales, but episodes of Real Housewives of anywhere I think I've ever seen.
The gift that keeps on giving, really, Salt Lake City.
Chris and I always do a Housewives hero and a Housewives zero from every episode. And I think it's safe to say that my housewife hero, definitely for this episode, Heather Gay. And actually, it might lock her in for the whole season because this was so powerful. And don't forget, they kicked off the season with this Heather Gay monologue. God, and Heather Gay last year, receipts, timeline, proof, fucking everything. She is an A++ housewife.
She should always be the center snowflake, honestly.
I agree.
But speaking of Girls Trip, remember when Marisol on Miami was like, let's play a game. Who do you trust least?
Marisol.
And I'm like, that was the vibe of Heather's game.
It was.
And I'm like, Heather was hanging out with Marisol on Girls Trip.
Taking notes. I think from this episode, Heather's definitely my hero. And I think Whitney has to be my zero. Should we go scene by scene, heroes and zeros?
Whitney's always Whitney has never been my hero. I'll say that.
Okay, fair.
I won't say she's always a zero, but she's never a hero.
She's literally never been my hero.
I would give Angie K maybe hero also.
Okay.
Angie K, listen, last season, people tried to say Angie K didn't deserve to be there.
I was one of those people.
A lot of people were like, why is Angie K? Angie K has proven to be one of the most iconic
fine. She can be in the running for hero as well because this season has been a very good season for Angie. And I will say that historically, I felt like she was so robotic, like she's reading off a card. And when they started the season, she brought a scroll. And it felt like Angie has historically, everything she says feels like literally like a middle school play. And everything she does feels like so stunty and like shticky and fucking fake. But this really has been her season. Her best friend is Mary Cosby. We never saw that coming. Mary's also having a stunning season.
Yeah. Even Mary, like, yes, it was a touching whatever, but the whole reason she decided she was not going to be friends with Angie anymore was crazy.
Well, that was old shades of Mary. That's the Mary we know and hate. Heather is also a hero because she is the one that came up with the game that took basically down the entire cast.
Yeah.
So the game...
Well, yeah.
So the game was, we've all said bad things about each other. So she basically said, Monica, okay, wrote a burn book about all of us and brought it to last year's reunion. But the truth of the matter is, guys, we all have burn books in our phones. We have said such horrible, nasty, cutting, awful, terrible things about each other. So this is what I suggest. We all go through our phones and we find the meanest thing that we've said about a person in the cast.
That's so...
Psychotic. Can you imagine if we did that with Taste of Taylor?
No.
Heads would roll.
No.
Roll.
No.
No. And
You could not pry my phone out of my cold, dead fucking hands. Also, like, shit that I just say as a joke, obviously.
Literally.
And to people all the time. But I'm like, read from someone else?
I also have to ask you, are you somebody who pops off in the text messages, or are you somebody who's like pretty like guarded when it comes to putting things in writing? I was taught a lesson early on in my life. So
it depends on who.
I kissed a boy in 9th grade for the first time, and I wrote my friend Cameron, okay, real name. She was at boarding school, Tabor, and I sent her, I wrote her a handwritten letter about the kiss. It's really not that big of a deal. And like the nuns came in, they said like, leave room for the Holy Spirit. It was like, whatever, very PG. So I was going to mail it to her, but my mom found it before I mailed it. And my mom was so mad at me.
Why?
She was like, what? I can't believe you would kiss a boy at the school day. Like, my mom was hella strict. You would kiss a boy at the school dance. I mean, she didn't call me a slut, but like, I can read between the lines. And so she forbade me from sending Cameron.
I mean, like, well, none of the girls wanted to.
She forbade me from sending Cameron my X-rated slut letter. And so I had to like burn it in a fireplace or whatever. My mom probably threw it out the window. Yes, along with my sins. My mom famously threw out my Dr. Dre 2000 Chronic CD out the window on the highway.
I once got in trouble for singing I wanna lick you from your head. And I was like singing in the front yard and I was grounded. Yeah.
For how long?
Like a week.
So anyway, yeah, so my mom said to me, Taylor, lessons learned. You never put something in writing. So that shit stuck. So I think at least I think I'm pretty good at not putting shit in writing. Although, you know what? If we went through my phone right now, I'm sure I'd be just as guilty as the next person.
I think if I was a housewife, it would definitely be, I would not put anything in writing because we've learned over many different franchises.
Correct.
That you're going to get caught.
Receipts. People bring binders to the reunion.
And remember like even Jersey last season?
Yes.
With Dolores and who was it? Jackie?
Oh, Dolores and Jackie.
Marge.
Those texts came up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm like, you can't be fucking, you never know.
You can't be fucking texting a castmate when you're a housewife.
But I also would never, I would have done what Lisa Barlow did.
Which is?
Find the most lame, tamest thing. She might as well have been like, Meredith's hair sometimes needs to be straightened more.
I wish Meredith would brush her hair today. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Actually, I will say this. So Lisa picked something that was actually more medium, okay? She said, I'm going to find something in my phone that is not nice.
Also, it was constructive criticism.
Not nice, but also it's definitely not the meanest, but like it's not a nothing burger. Speaking of nothing burgers, no. Brittany was the one that gave the biggest nothing burger. I know. I feel like low-key Brittany is your hero.
Brittany
is she your season hero? Do you love Brittany?
I love Brittany.
You guys, I don't think you understand how many.
It's Brittany, bitch.
Many times, speaking of texting, Chris and I text each other about Brittany.
Because Brittany currently, this is why I love Brittany. She's been watching the show, obviously.
Clearly.
I think the gays are living for her. Somebody is telling her that it's iconic because she has the confidence of a woman who has been raised up by a pack of gay men.
Yes.
And she's posting constantly on TikTok. She posted the video of her like relationship reveal with Jared Osmond.
Yes.
She posted the same exact video twice, and the only reason I know it's different is because they're wearing different clothes.
Also, I will say this. At first, it drove me nuts about Brittany, but now it kind of is giving like iconic housewife energy. I have an announcement. If I was on a reality show, that's what I would do. It's my turn. I have an announcement.
I love it. It's like old Roni vibes, Brittany. Like the drama is so like just low stakes.
Yep.
From her.
Oh, she gives absolutely nothing. She's like, I have a big secret to tell you guys. I have been intimate with Jared. It's like, bitch.
And it's like,
we knew.
No one cares.
She is queen nothing.
Because the thing about Brittany also is like, how do you keep getting invited to every event?
I think because production is like, she's so fucking kooky. You guys have to film with her.
Because the vibe is the girls are like,
oh, totally.
Why is she here?
Okay, so yes, I know what you're saying. Lisa gave absolutely nothing in that text, but here is what Brittany had to give. Okay, I literally wrote it down word for word. This is what Brittany wrote about Mary. First of all, before we get into this, how do you think clearly, because basically Heather's game was everybody go on your phone and find the worst thing you said about any castmate on the show. And
but everybody had something. Also, they had the phones screenshots were blown up and like.
Yeah.
So
how do you really think, no, I really need to dissect this quickly. How do you think it went down? Like, do you think that Heather actually came up with this, or do you think production stuck it in her ear and then she was the one that was supposed to like deliver the information or deliver the game to the group? And do you think the group do you think that she like blindsided them with the game?
I don't know how the game came to be. It does seem.
It is brilliant. I don't really care.
It's brilliant. Also, like Heather is securing her spot, obviously.
Honestly, girl, get that back.
But I feel like they probably, after she said the game, there was a lot of time that they looked and found.
So I think, here's what I think. I think that production said, okay, so you're going to pull the meanest thing you said about blankety blank. Blankety blank. So I don't think that they're picking the meanest thing they said in general. It's the meanest thing about so and so.
Yeah.
Because they had to get everybody in the mix.
Someone, yeah.
Correct. So here's the thing is, and it's important to bring this up, because if they said to Brittany, who this is her first season, you have to bring up something about Mary, she might have been like, well, I really don't have anything about Mary. And they're like, then find the meanest thing you have about Mary.
But Mary has been really mean to her.
Correct. Well, everyone's been really mean to her.
So she has things.
Well, maybe
she should.
not. Maybe not. Maybe she is a Disney princess that she purports herself to be on TikTok. You know?
Maybe. Oh, but this is what I was going to say. She's a master social media guru.
She is.
With the editing and the lip syncing, but then she doesn't know how to take a picture on the Sprinter van.
Yeah.
And that's why she's accidentally recording.
Busted bitch. Okay, so here was the meanest thing, okay, she said about Mary. So I don't know who she was texting, but she was texting somebody, and this is what it was. I would like to invite Bronwyn over for tea instead of Mary tomorrow. The end.
That's literally the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. I would like to invite Bronwyn over for tea instead of Mary tomorrow. That's the meanest thing she's ever said.
Also, I'm like,
Mary.
why could you not have them both over for tea?
And then Mary goes like this in her confessional. I agree. You should have tea with Bronwyn. Mary hates her so much. So that was the biggest nothing burger text. I thought about this to myself. If I'm going to put myself in Brittany's shoes, okay?
Meanwhile, Mary has been talking about how Brittany's boyfriend is DMing her and stuff in the confessionals the whole season.
But she's going to fucking flip when she sees that. That's going to be brought up on the reunion. So what would you do if you were Brittany? What would you do if you were at that table, you got the game, and somebody said, read the meanest thing you have about blankety blank, about Mary. And you're like, I didn't really write anything mean about Mary. Would you A, read a nothing burger? Would you B, like, write something down really quickly? Do you know what I mean? Because I bet that they said, if you can't find it, you can write it. Because, like, here's the thing is, so maybe that was the meanest thing she ever wrote about Mary, but like maybe she knows she said mean things about Mary. So how about we just write down the meanest thing you said about Mary to another castmate or to a production?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that...
Or would you make something up?
It would depend on who, because I'm like, if it's somebody that I want to slice, I'll slice them.
Right, exactly.
You know? So I feel like it would really depend.
Yeah, but it is kind of iconic to like give such a nothing moment.
Yeah, but I don't think she's intentionally doing that.
So no,
That's
I don't.
the difference.
I don't think she's intentionally doing it either. No, she's not like stunting. Like she just is genuinely like, that's all I have.
Yeah.
Okay, so
to another, I'm like, but I wonder what she has said about them to other people. You know?
Yes. So but that makes Brittany the zero. That text was a zero.
I guess it depends on how you look at it. There was no zeros in my eyes.
I don't know if this is hero worthy or if it's zero worthy because it was so savage. Angie's text about Bronwyn was one of the meanest things I've ever heard in my entire life. And she texted it.
My jaw hit the floor.
Me too. She texted it to Heather. Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it starts there. Bronwyn seems nice.
Oh, it's long.
It is long. I literally wrote it out word for word. Go.
Bronwyn seems nice. I like her business plan. Marrying a guy with one foot in the grave and the other on a banana peel. But I like mine better. I'd rather be self-made. She's nice, but she doesn't listen because her ears are stitched down to her face so tight she can't hear anything.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
She wears a hot dog outfit to remind us she sucked her way to the top.
And then she's like,
okay. I guess we know how you feel about me.
And she's like, no, she kept going like this. It's okay.
I'm like, you should have jumped over the table.
Oh, this is the meanest thing.
It is slicing.
Oh my.
Details about her whole life, her fashion, the only thing that means something to her.
Her fashion, her face, and her fraudulent marriage. It's really.
The fashion, though, does need to be spoken about.
Yeah,
I will
but the
say.
fact that because she sucked her way to the top, like, who knew that Angie was so dark and twisted?
The producers.
This is the inner workings of like a mental person. Like Angie is dangerous. She's a cold stone killer.
The fact that she gave it to her.
That's the other thing. If this was a mean, it's like, wouldn't you find something mean but less mean?
I'm like, there's no coming back from that. And then she's like, I love Todd. I love Todd. She's always saying how she loves Todd and then saying your husband with one foot in the grave.
You're so pretty. I think you're so pretty. Anyway, that was the meanest shit ever. But I also wrote down Whitney's to Lisa. Because I wrote down Whitney's to Lisa because this is what caused the massive explosion that Heather said she didn't want it to end like this.
This was fucking crazy.
This was
Whitney
also crazy.
thinking that they were going to move on past this. I wanted to bury it, Lisa.
So Whitney was like, blink, blink, blink. There was something that I felt really bad about with Lisa. So this is why I chose to read this to Lisa. I will say this. I think that Whitney is conniving enough that she's the kind of person that in a moment like this would pretend like she's being earnest and authentic. And then she would bring up something that she knows is going to just like set off a bomb for Lisa and then be like, what? I was saying I was sorry. She did also say, I don't believe it. But but once the cat's out of the bag, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So this is the thing is all the other women had not nice things to say about each other for the most part, except for Brittany. And also Lisa's to Meredith was kind of like ridiculous. Like, Lisa, we heard you when you got hot mic'd, how you really talked about Meredith. You were like, that fucking skank.
She's like, I didn't text that. I said it.
Prostitution slut. It was crazy.
Mary was like, you called her a garbage whore a year ago.
And we all literally heard the audio. So, like, give me a break. That's the meanest thing. Just, like, play back the tape. That's the meanest thing she ever said about Meredith.
And her stupid fucking fake family.
Yeah, and she's a slut and she fucks all over New York City. Is that what she said?
Half of New York City.
Fucks half of New York City. So, anyway, but I will say they were all really mean. But Whitney, what was worse? What Angie did to Bronwyn or what Whitney is about to do to Lisa? We'll debate it afterwards. Yeah. Okay, so here's what Whitney said to Lisa. So I was at a party with Justin and a woman approached us and said if we ever wanted a threesome, she was our girl. In fact, Lisa and John can vouch for her because she's made out with Lisa while jerking off John. So Lisa is like so disgusted. I believe one of two things. Either because It is true, and she is like so fucking furious that she is bringing this to the forefront. Because don't you think that these bitches, they have skeletons in closets?
Yes, but I also think that Whitney hears a rumor from a random person and then brings it on the show as fact.
As fact.
As proven by the whole thing with the podcaster.
The podcaster, exactly. We also learned this season that Whitney lied about the podcaster because the podcaster is now dragging Whitney saying, I never said those things that she's saying. She's using me to try to make Lisa look bad. Then we had Meredith just confirm that the podcaster reached out to her and said, Whitney's lying on me. So the podcaster isn't even supporting Whitney. Then we also
have Whitney reaching out to Monica.
So we have receipts on receipts on receipts that Whitney does shady shit behind the scenes, twists things, is not truthful. So I'm actually going to go out and not even a limb. I'm going to say that this is just a rumor. And even Whitney says, it's just a rumor. I don't even believe it. I don't think anybody cheated in your marriage.
Then why would you read it on fucking camera?
Exactly. I think that that's the thing. Like, listen, I get it. It's fourth wall. Like, don't break the fourth wall. But like, we are smart audiences. We have to remember that, like, when they're fighting about things and they're like, well, this, like, even when they were fighting with Brittany about recording their conversation, this is a private conversation that is being filmed with crews of cameras or camera crews and producers. And we know we're going to see one day. So I kind of feel like the whole, like, we have to always remember, like, they're bringing it to camera.
Yeah.
And that's why half the time they're freaking out so much.
Well, yeah. And I think Lisa was so upset because she's like, John has done nothing.
Yeah, it's a bad look for John. I think that she was so mad.
Rude.
Well, the thing is, so Bronwyn's husband was brought into it, but about Bronwyn being a gold digger. That was insulting that was more insulting to Bronwyn than it was to Todd.
Well, I'd be pretty fucking annoyed if I was Todd and they were saying I was so old I was going to be a
But
dead
this
suit.
is like specific that like Lisa was kissing this girl while she was jerking off Justin. I mean, that's
John.
bad.
Yeah.
John. That's
and I'm
bad.
like, just because Whitney and Justin do freaky deaky shit.
Well, that's the other thing. So, but rather than Lisa get upset and say like, keep her calm, keep calm, cool, and collected, she was like, oh my God, Angie, you should understand this because this happened to you. Don't forget, everybody said that your husband was gay and a circle jerk. And now Angie and Lisa are fighting. So that's basically how the episode ended.
You cannot use analogies on Real Housewives.
You can't.
As we've seen time and time again. Remember the Gia doing cocaine analogy?
I could never forget it.
I mean,
analogies don't work well on Housewives.
No.
I think that like sometimes these women are desperate for a little empathy. And sadly, the analogy is not the way to get to it. I understand wanting empathy from people. And I understand being frustrated that somebody is defending Whitney when they literally went through the same thing the previous year. I get why Lisa evoked it.
I'd do some shit like that, honestly, if my friend was like...
Me too.
I'd be like, are you out of your fucking mind?
So basically, game over. Experiment ruined. And Lisa storms off. And then Meredith storms off. And then they cut to all of their like cue cards on where they are in life.
Yeah.
Hugging their kids. Well, I just want to say bravo to Bravo and to the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Stunning
it was
job.
Stunning. I mean, truly, I think they win the Housewife Hero Award for every franchise this year.
Thank you for making up for Roni. Thank you.
And there you have it. Chris Burns. What a stunning show.
Thank you
for
much.
coming. Thank you, Tammy, for also coming.
Of course. She gets paid separately, FYI.
And you guys, make sure if you don't already, follow Chris Burns for all of the fabulous content at Fat Carrie Bradshaw on Instagram.
Thank you.
And don't forget, check out his podcast. We have the receipts. It's a Netflix podcast and it's stunning. You guys, that's it for us. Have a great one. Until tomorrow. Bye, girl. Bye.